Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm getting kind of old now, so I think a lot of the content that is popular and a lot of the people that are popular just doesn't really make sense to me. But, I understand that I'm not really the target demographic for a lot of this stuff. So I try not to be like the old man that's hating on whatever the kids are doing or whatever's popular, whatever. But sometimes I just see something so ridiculous that I just have to say something about it. Some of these people nowadays are actually scumbags, you know what I mean? And I don't think there is any bigger scum out there in the streaming community than this kid, Jack Doherty. And I say kid, he's probably like 20 years old. He looks like a little kid still, I guess, but I'm sure you guys have all seen his clips before. He's like the guy who like trolls people IRL, try to piss them off, and then when they get mad and they try to retaliate against him, he hides behind his security guards. Basically, he's just a giant bitch. And for some reason, 12-year-olds think this is like hilarious content. I get it, man. I'm old. Maybe if I was 12, I would enjoy it as well. I think personally what would actually be hilarious is if he did all this same behavior except without security. So then when people beat his ass after he messes with them, then we can get some actual good content. That's what I'd like to see. But regardless, a pretty viral clip got posted of this guy yesterday, and this is probably the worst clip I've ever seen from him, and one of the worst clips I've seen from really any streamer. There's a lot of bad stuff going on in the streaming world, especially nowadays. Everyone's trying to go viral with their clips or whatever, but rarely do you see clips where it's truly like dangerous. So let's take a look. First of all, before I even let it play, let me just point out a couple things here. So he's in the car, he's driving. As you can see, he's going about 70 miles per hour. He's in the heavy rain, terrible weather conditions, and worst of all, he's staring at his fucking phone while driving. And what I thought was crazy is for some reason his dumbass cameraman sees absolutely no issue with his behavior. He's just calmly filming him do this without a care in the world as the passenger of this vehicle. Do you care about your own life at all? Because there's just no fucking way I would be sitting in the passenger seat and I would let some moron drive me around like this. That's never happening. But anyways, the reason I pointed out the speed is because he's already going about 70, and he actually speeds up even more in this clip. So I don't know exactly how fast he was going when he loses control, but that's obviously part of the reason. But let me let it play out a little bit so you can see what happens. I mean, staring at your phone nonstop, speeding in the rain, I don't think it's possible for him to be any more irresponsible than he was in this clip. For it to be worse than this, I think you would actually have to crash on purpose. He basically used zero common sense. But regardless, let's go ahead and see the aftermath of all this.
Oh, fuck.
No, watch out, watch out.
Oh.
Fuck, open the door, open your door. We're locked in here.
I got some bad news, man. I know you don't want to hear this, but I regret to inform you that Jack, unfortunately, is perfectly okay. I know that's not the news you were hoping to hear. Sometimes that's just how life goes, Unfortunately for his cameraman, well, he is not so lucky.
Holy fucking shit. Oh, Michael. Are you okay? Yeah. Holy fuck. Oh my god, bro. There's no fucking... Michael, here. Michael, do you have your film on that phone too?
Hey, what's up, buddy? I know you're concussed right now and your head is leaking, but take this camera real quick from you. Make sure to hold that shit steady, because the content grind don't stop. This is where the whole situation went from pretty terrible to somehow even worse. You know what I mean? Just turn the fucking stream off, man. Alright, content's over. This isn't content. Alright, you're lucky that you didn't hit and injure anyone else. you're lucky it wasn't worse than what it is to yourself. You're lucky that both of you are still alive and it wasn't anything like too severe. Well, I don't know. Your friend looks fairly severe. You somehow are perfectly okay. I don't know. Shout out McLaren safety, I guess. I don't know. Well, not for the passenger side. None of this is even registered to this moron yet. He's still trying to like stream and make some content out the situation. He's like, yeah, make sure to get this angle, bro. You know what I mean? Oh, your head's bleeding? It's all good, bro. Make sure to get the stream, though.
No. Oh my god. My car is totaled, bro. Oh my god. This is cooked.
And pretty much for the rest of the clip, he just stands here crying about his car. Doesn't really seem to be too concerned with his friend here, who's bleeding out of his head. Not really a big deal. Listen, man, the car right now is the least of your worries, okay? Number one, I'm sure the insurance company is going to have a good laugh when you submit your claim and they get their hands on this video and they see what the hell you were doing. That's going to be a funny day at the office for them because they're not covering shit. You will be lucky if you get out of this without facing any actual criminal charges. In my opinion, you deserve criminal charges for this. It is illegal to text and drive. I don't know, state by state, there might be some, differences or whatever. But you very clearly were an unsafe and irresponsible driver in this clip. So hopefully you face some sort of actual legal consequences for that. At the very least, this guy needs like his license suspended, a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? It is pretty severe how irresponsible he was in this video. Like, it's actually like nothing to be like joke about. That's very unsafe, and honestly, they are very lucky they didn't hit anyone else and injure anyone else, or it would be an even more serious situation. On the bright side, I guess, Kik did, at least for now, it seems like they permanently banned him because this is obviously a bad look for them, although I don't know how much they really care. There's a lot of bad looks that stream on Kik if you've ever seen what goes on over there, so I don't know how much they really care, but they did ban him, and honestly, in his like mentally handicapped mind, that's probably what he's like most upset about. Actually, probably the car is number one. He's probably most upset about that, and number two, he's probably second most upset that he got banned on Kik without even really registering like the seriousness of this situation. I don't think it fully has set in for him, at least right when it happened. Maybe now, looking back on it, maybe some people have talked to him and he's kind of figuring out exactly how serious this is. Because in the moment, he kind of just seemed like, oh, wow, this is a cool moment for stream. Let's make sure to keep filming. It didn't really settle in like what exactly is about to happen to you. You know what I mean? Because this is not a good look, man. And honestly, I don't know if the cameraman is this guy's friend or if he's just like his employee. Like, how well do they really know each other? I don't really know. But if I was a cameraman, I would be suing this kid, all right? Because this kid does have a lot of money, that's for sure. I would be suing this guy, and I feel like you got a pretty good case because this dumbass is clearly driving incorrectly and completely unsafely. So you got it on camera. Now you have some medical bills and injuries from this guy. I would imagine he has some grounds for a lawsuit, and if I was him, I would definitely pursue that because it's clear that Jack here doesn't really care about you. If you were under the impression that this guy was your friend or something like that, clearly he is not. But overall, just an absolutely terrible clip, man. And I've seen a lot of terrible clips, you know what I mean? But like this is actually serious, this isn't clip farming, this isn't funny, this isn't content, man. Like, you could have seriously actually like killed someone, you know what I mean? Like, this is nothing to like joke around about. So hopefully the appropriate actions will be done and he will face the appropriate consequences for this. Just, this kid gives off the impression of like someone that's like never actually faced any consequences for anything that he's done. So hopefully he can get a little bit of a reality check and straighten up his behavior because this is just absurd. So anyways, that's pretty much it for the video. I just had to comment on this. I've seen so many dumbass clips from this kid. I just had to say something, honestly. Like, this is just absurd what's happening. But anyways, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links to the description down below. Check out my last video if you missed it. Other than that, have a good day and peace out.